let's first understand what is concurrent filing for adjustment of status. So friends, like I mentioned earlier, in case of EB-5, after you have filed your petition, you need to wait about 2 to 3 years for your application to be approved. And then if you are already in the US on an F1 visa as a student, or an H1B visa as an employee, or on any other kind of non-immigrant visa, then you don't have to come to India, go to the council interview, and then move to US. You can continue to be in the US, and you could have changed your status from non-immigrant to immigrant. But that would happen earlier only after your EB-5 application has been approved, which could take 2 to 3 years from the date of filing. But now, under the new act, they've allowed concurrent filing for adjustment of status for investors who are already in the US. What this means is that you don't have to wait for your EB-5 application to be approved for change of status. You can immediately apply for change of status after you have filed your EB-5 application. What does this mean? That if your child is in the US on F1 visa and H1B visa today, studying over there or working over there, and you file for your EB-5 application, immediately after filing for EB-5 application, you can apply for change of status. And you can start enjoying the benefits of green card much earlier. You will get the work permit, which is the biggest benefit, and you will also get your travel card. Now let us look at these benefits. Right? What are the benefits to the students? Now, once you have filed for concurrent, for adjustment of status after filing your EB-5 application, you get a travel card and you get your employment card. Well, you get your employment card, which means that you can continue to stay in the US. Even if your F1 visa expires, right? So you don't have to worry about what will happen to your child after he has completed his education. What if he doesn't get a job? What if he doesn't get any extension of the visa? Will he have to come back? We have had this situation. We have had a client, whose child was studying in one of the top universities in the US. They had made an application for EB-5 in the year 2019. And, they were waiting for the application to be approved. And in the meantime, they could not get the visa extension. The child could not get the visa extension to continue to be in the US after his education was over, and he was graduating, and he was, having to come back. After graduating, he was required to come back. But precisely at the same time, this new change in the March 22, this new change came in, and he was scheduled to come back in July. We could file for adjustment of status. We filed for adjustment of status. We got him the employment authorization or the work permit, and he was able to take up his dream job. And today he continues to stay in the US, and he's working in his dream job as an investment banker in the US. So this will allow you, because thanks to concurrent filing, you can do that. So that will allow you don't have to worry about what happens to your children in case he's not able to continue to stay in the US. You can still be there. And you also get your travel card, which means that you can travel freely, even on an F1 visa or a student's visa or a H1B visa. You can travel freely in and out of US. You don't need to stamp your visa every time. What are the benefits to employees who are already working on H1B visas? Now, biggest market for EB-5 today happens to be US. It's the H1B visa holders who are already in the US. They are filing for EB-5 because they know that through H1B, getting the EB-5 is getting the green card is going to take very long, and they're not sure what happens if they lose the job. Then they have faced the consequences of returning to the home country. And those who are already, working over there, they don't want to come back. So EB-5 visa is the route, is the answer for them. You don't need to depend on any employer. Once you have an EB-5 visa, you have a work permit. You can work freely for any employer. You don't need to depend on any employer. You can choose not to work and continue to live in the US if you decide to do so. You can start your own business or a profession. Again, I will give you an example. We had a client who had filed for EB-5 visa earlier under the old act, and now, when the new adjustment, this facility of concurrent filing was available, we filed for the adjustment of status. We got them the employment card, and now, this girl is setting up her own, cultural academy in the US, and husband was working on H1B visa with the company. They are setting up their own startup company in the US. Right? So this is the benefit. You free yourself of dependence of any employer, and you get complete freedom to stay in the US and do whatever business, profession, or career that you want.